Hi, I'm Robin from The Inwits. I'd like to take this time to formally apologise for the upcoming video. While I was busy trying to get the levels right on the phone, it seems that my automatic focus on the camera has not done its job. Now, I'm in no way, shape or form blaming my camera. I am taking full responsibility. But due to the way Jack and I film, how we do little to no preparation, Jack occasionally has notes, I just rock up to Jack's house. We wanted to keep the authentic feel of our chats intact, so we didn't refilm it. This will be the first and last time that I fuck up the focus, and I'm sorry. Anyway, please enjoy the slightly out of focus, slightly soft, but still equally entertaining episode this week that we have for you. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, your undies are showing out your pants.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
lucky I'm wearing them today.
Do you mean there's been a thin layer of cloth? Never mind, let's not go there.
Sometimes there's no one. Hey!
Hey!
Hey! I'm Robin.
I'm Jack.
We're The Inwits.
We're the Inwits.
Welcome back
Yeah.
to, what episode is this for us?
This will be episode 7, I think.
7, and what an episode!
Yeah.
What an episode!
Right.
I am buzzing. It's Australia. Well done, well done. We've come of age. Those 3
Yes.
episodes
Awesome.
were coming of age episodes,
Yeah.
and I'm stoked. I'm pumped. I'm hyped. So hyped. I've got a Red Bull. I've gone and got a fresh haircut. I am going mental over these 3 episodes.
And we're wearing the buff.
The buff from the merge is
Yeah.
cool, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But what a 3!
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
One, to get 3 episodes in a week is always exciting.
It's a killer for us, but it's very exciting. I really enjoyed it.
I loved it. Well,
Loved
we're going
it,
to have
loved
more when American starts
Oh,
up. But
I know.
God, what a 3 episodes! I am on a high.
Yeah, look, they were...
You don't even have notes either today. You've
Well-
gone 2 weeks in a row without notes.
I know. Look, I should have written notes.
Woo!
I should have written notes. I should have. Woo! But they were really blockbuster episodes. Like these are the sort of episodes you expect to get. Like you expect to get 4 or 5 of these a season. Out of an
Yeah.
entire season. Like to have 3 in a row. Is
Yeah, and well,
fantastic.
to get it in an Australian season is
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. We have
Yeah.
not seen that at all in any Australian
No.
season, so I'm so glad that, the producers stepped back
Oh,
and just let the
yes.
game play, because if you're not a fan of Survivor, or you're just starting to watch, or one of your friends made you watch these 3 episodes,
Yeah.
this is what Survivor is about.
Yes.
It's the gameplay, it's
Yes.
blindsides, it's great challenges, it's fun reward. Those 3 episodes wrapped up Survivor.
It did.
It's why we've been watching it for half my life.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh God, am I excited?
They mix it up. This is merge is traditionally when it
Yeah,
can
merge,
start to happen.
yes, things
And-
start to happen. And don't get me wrong, the start of this season wasn't flat.
No,
it wasn't flat.
it's still Survivor.
Still very, very good
Right.
Survivor at the start, but the merge, we can considering our season 1 merge game was boring as all
Oh
hell.
yeah.
We have just skyrocketed, really.
Just as good as the American product. if
Oh, it was great.
better. It was terrific.
And I like
You know.
I like you say that it's just as good as the American version, but better, or could be even better. And that's because we're getting those little differences in the and that's going back to me because I love the challenges.
Yes, so-
we're getting so many unique challenges that I go,
I know.
oh, this is cool. This is really cool. I loved, because we're going to be jumping all over the place in this episode.
Oh.
Of I bloody loved Luke buying himself out of the auction, and we've
Listen.
seen that before. We've
Yeah,
seen that before,
exactly.
but we have not seen the fact that you win everything else anyway. I'm like, that's hilarious.
That was crazy, right? That was just so over the top. But he got the phone call.
We got everything.
When he first did it, he got the buyout, and John's gone. Oh, by the way, you get to taste everything they get, right?
Yeah.
I thought he just meant the food.
No,
but then
you
he
get
got the
everything
phone
that was
call,
bid on. You get
and he
the
got the night
advantage.
away.
And the night away, which is
Right?
hilarious. You've got a
Yeah.
couple, I choose you, but
Yeah.
you've also got
Luke.
Luke. And, yeah.
Right. And I was thinking that the girls will probably think, oh great, a nice quiet night, and then you've got boisterous Luke who's
Yeah.
there speaking
Yeah.
at the top of his voice.
That was great. It was so funny. I love that little addition to buying yourself out of the auction.
That was really good because
It was so funny.
Luke was sitting there like a king at a banquet, wasn't
I
he?
know,
Right?
and
He
he
was
just
just
kept
like,
pushing
"Ooh," and he's right in front of them, like he's
Yeah.
literally like 3
Yeah.
feet away.
And I
Right.
love how much he enjoyed his one coconut that he got. While Sarah's just like,
I know.
I've never seen anyone so angry about a coconut.
But and I can see the game plan here. Let's give one person everything
Oh God,
And put them-
hilarious.
put them 3
and
feet-
make him watch.
and make them watch, and you can see what the game plan on the producers' part is like. let's generate the people over there are gonna have to have hard feelings about
Yeah,
it.
it
you
was
know?
funny.
It was great.
God, was I laughing.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was brilliant. I had an absolute
Fantastic.
ball these
You got
last
a
3
burger,
nights.
you got chips, you got
He got a massive cheesecake.
cheesesteak.
He got the call. He got it all.
You got the lot.
Um,
right? Well, it's a live auction's always good fun.
It's always a bit of
But
fun.
this was really good.
That
fun.
was hilarious. That was so funny. But let's go back. Let's take it back to
Okay.
our. We get straight to our and into our merge, and straight away we've got a potential for what happened last season in
Yeah,
the
of course.
majority. Just picking off the
Pick 'em
minority,
off one by one.
and I'm
right?
so glad that didn't happen.
It seems to be. Look, it's playing out a little weirdly.
Who won individual that night? That was Ziggy.
Ziggy,
Yeah, Ziggy won
Ziggy.
that.
Yeah, and I think
No,
it's
she
very.
didn't win that one, did she?
Yeah, she won the first one.
Who won Monday night?
Uh,
Henry.
Henry.
And then
Then
yeah,
Tessa, who
and
really
Tess.
needed it.
And look, Tessa went straight in at the
shouldn't say
bottom.
that, yeah.
Oh, they know.
No, but what
Oh.
I mean is I said she really needed it, but in the end she didn't.
Oh no, she
Right?
Tessa.
She would have been fine without it.
Yeah, Tessa started at the bottom, worked her way up to the top, has been thrown back
Back
at
to
the
the
bottom,
bottom.
and she's still
Still
fighting.
fighting.
And I have
Yeah.
so much respect for Tessa's game.
Look, I lost a bit of respect for Tessa because when she was there with AK, I thought she
Okay.
was coasting.
Yeah,
Right.
You.
And
But
you think, but and she was coasting because she was in an easier
in a
life,
position to
right?
coast.
Yeah,
But when,
she's in a position. But now that as soon as she's thrown to the bottom again, she was
Oh,
like,
it's
I'm on.
and it's
Wheel
great.
and
It's
deal.
so great to watch.
It's funny because Tessa has coasted for so long. I haven't really been paying much attention, but she's turning into a very good player.
Well, I've always, right from day dot, I've felt I get a very Phoebe from season 1 vibe from Tessa.
So,
always
yeah.
right off the bat.
I did not right off the bat. I don't think she's quite as good as Phoebe, but she's definitely she's
a
learnt the
player.
same way.
Yeah, she's a player and
She's
she's
a player.
hard. She
Yeah.
goes at it. She's
She
not
goes-
giving up.
no.
And it's great watching her and just seeing. I love that she won that final immunity. Whether she needed it or not is irrelevant.
Oh, exactly.
Like, because they could have gone. They could have all just. If she didn't
Oh, well,
win, they could have just gone. Let's get rid of
The
that
disaster
plan."
could have been Henry wins it.
Yeah, it could come
Yeah.
down to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, back it up to Sunday
for-
night.
yeah, Sunday
so we
night.
have a potential easy vote.
Oh, of course, but this is the surprising thing about the Australian Survivor Series. They haven't gone the easy road.
I love it.
People are wheeling and dealing. Everybody's trying to play. It's really fantastic.
And this goes back to one of the American seasons where it became not about alliances, but voting blocks.
Like
and
voting block,
and I
yeah.
think Michelle and Elise were the ones that may have said it in over the week, because it's obviously,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forget, it's a
Yeah.
bit of a blur. But they said, I was just trying to get myself on the right side of the
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah.
That's not how the game should operate. You've got to have yourself a really strong core,
Yeah.
2 or 3, and I'm always a big fan of the 3.
Mm.
But if you've got that, and you have room to move wherever you want to move. Whoever needs to go, you go with. And I think that's, a line's being drawn in the sand was Jonathan's thing as we lost Jared that night. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It was never a line drawn in the sand
No, that's
because
what-
there's so much option and so many places to move. And we
Yeah.
saw that. There is no
Exactly.
line.
And look, Michelle was the same. She was like, I think that first vote has really set
The tone.
the tone, or has, determined a lot of people's fate. It hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
Not
It's
at all.
all it is like, as long as you've got, like, you and I
Yeah.
can work together,
That's
can we
right.
work with you tonight?
Well-
Can we work with you tonight? Who
Well-
are we working with?
Here's one of the surprising things with Merge, which I did not expect to happen. Sarah and Luke are working together. Right?
And working fairly well together.
But that's what I mean. This is really mature play on both their parts.
Yeah.
It's not about, you tried to get me out, I tried to get you out. It's about how can we get further. And that's what their attitude seems to be. It's a really good attitude.
Yeah, I think that's, like, if you've got someone who's kind of like your nemesis, they're your nemesis for some sort of reason. They're playing a very similar style. They've got a similar threat as you. Work together.
That's right. Too often you see them adopt that natural enemy approach. That's my enemy.
Yeah.
And they never seem to think to themselves, hang on, we could absolutely fool everybody.
Yeah.
If we actually keep looking like we don't like each other, but actually work together.
Yeah.
It'll fool everyone.
Yeah, and it was great. I can't remember who was the one who initiated the switch. I feel like it was Henry and Lockie, because they seem to be pulling the majority of.
Well,
and Lockie says in the vote, he said, "Why did you have to go for Henry? You could have voted for everyone other than Henry, but you wanted to go for Henry. That's why you're out."
Look, I don't think the Jared vote.
Yeah.
Right. I think that was very much a Henry Lockie.
Yeah.
And well, no, it's not
Well,
Lockie. This is the weird thing. Lockie in his one-on-one, the camera was actually like, I'm not sure I should betray Summertown. Now, this is how good a job. I don't think so. It's on his one-on-one. But this is how good a job that Summertown has done to make him actually feel part of the alliance, even though he's not. He's on the bottom.
I knew, Lockie and Henry were tight. He
Oh,
was,
no,
those
they
two
were
were
tight,
going in,
but
so
one-
it didn't matter about
No.
that. Like, he's got, I don't want to betray them.
No.
But I have to betray them because the person I want to work with
If he
is
didn't have the
Henry.
relationship with Henry, he wouldn't have betrayed them.
No.
He wouldn't have flipped.
And if they weren't going for Henry,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have betrayed them.
But look, I don't think the flip was that important because there was 4 of them anyway, plus Lockie, right?
Yeah.
But everybody else pretty much voted Jared.
Yeah.
Right? Like there was Luke, Jericho,
And
Michelle.
let's just call up on the one little hilarious part of Jared going, underline your vote.
Yeah, and
I'll
I
underline
love that.
mine.
And Jericho, I love Jericho.
Oh.
Right? Yes, I will
I'll underline it. It's
I'll
like
underline
Jared. It's like,
Jared underlines.
shit.
Yes.
God, he played me like a fiddle.
And look, Jerry had a smile on his face.
Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he?
But it's a great little joke, you know. Look,
Yeah.
yes, I've written your name down and
It's
I underlined
underlined.
it, so you know.
It was me.
Yeah, it was
great.
me, right?
Great, very, very funny.
Yeah.
What I did want to raise about that
Yeah.
vote, because let's be honest, like that vote to me is potentially a big reason why Henry is now no longer in the game. Hear me out.
Yeah, go.
So we've got our big power couples, and that's been the big thing. When you're a threat, you're on the chopping block. And Henry was always a threat. And Henry did get confident in his skin, and we always say that as soon as you get confident, you're out. Once you feel like you run the ship, you're out. You need to make sure everyone else thinks the same way you do, and that's a big part of his downfall. But how about this for a strategy? Right now, they're seeing Lockie and Henry as a major threat. Henry has an idol. Lockie comes up to Henry and said, they're trying to get you out. Henry just goes, sweet, let's just play it cool.
Yeah.
You vote for me. They'll have no idea you're with me. I'll play an idol. Then, when it comes to, because it's always going to come to, who the hell flipped? You didn't flip. So you're still in tight with them. No one knows. We're playing this subtle game behind. Once you've played your idol, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a new idol out there
Of
pretty
course,
soon.
yeah.
It's standard. We're
It
very
is.
early on.
That's right.
There's only one idol left, which is Ziggs. There'll be another one floating out pretty soon. Once we've taken out 2, they'll throw another one in. So once it's played, just take a bit of a Russell Hantz initiative and go back out and find it. And you talk about this a lot. An aggressive idol play.
Yeah.
That would have been a great aggressive idol play.
It would. But I think the reason that didn't happen, and it goes back to what you've said and what we saw in the 3rd episode when Henry and his one-on-ones the camera was every time he had his one-on-one the camera, he would say, "I'm in control." This is the myth, or this is the downfall of great players.
Yeah.
This idea that you are running things.
Let's say the downfall of a good player, because a great player won't make that mistake.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a good point. But look, Henry was going to be a great player,
Yeah,
and
he
he's
was
got
playing
this. You know, he got that confidence mistake going of I'm in control, so I'm safe.
And he did some amazing little plays, but they caught up with him again.
Yeah.
You know, the Jericho lie.
Exactly.
Everyone talks on the island. It's
Sarah.
only a small island. Sarah knew it all. Sarah's gone.
Sarah went to
Sarah's playing
Jericho
very well.
and supposedly gone, "Hey, you've been duped."
And Jericho, as much as I love him,
Yeah.
he's got that naive
Yes.
trait about him where he's like, no, I saw him pull it
Yeah,
out.
I saw him pull it out.
No, Jerry, he put it there.
Yeah.
So that all caught up with him. Overconfidence caught up with him, and also being a big power couple caught up with him, and a big power trio with Ziggy jumping on
I think there
board.
were 3 reasons why Henry had a mark on him. 1, big physical threat.
Yeah.
That's an automatic.
That's an automatic. You've always got it.
2, strong relationship with Lockie, who is also
A big physical threat.
threat.
And then when Ziggy jumps on board Monday night's episode,
3 physical threats together, and I think even in the last council, I think it was Jerry said, "Look at these 3.
yeah, they're monsters.
They're
We
monsters.
can't take them on.
Right? Anyway, but we're jumping ahead. So we get to the Jared vote.
Jared goes home.
Jared goes home.
was more. I picked Jared to. I felt Jared had a similar gameplay to Jericho, and there was enough of. I felt he was subtle enough to get to the end. Straight out the bat, I'm gone.
They couldn't get Ziggy. She
No.
had immunity, so it was like, let's get the henchman.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get somebody who's close to her. And it effectively destroyed that
Oh
alliance.
well, Jared was never gonna go for. Jared was Ziggy's number 2.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you can't get the head guy,
Oh yeah,
You
of course.
take
If
out
you
the
can't
main
get
supporter.
Ziggy, you're getting of course. 'cause
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
break up Ziggy's
So it was
power.
a smart
Of course.
vote.
Yeah, great.
It was
It
a
was a
smart
very
vote.
clever vote.
And it was pretty much Henry's organisation of that.
Yeah,
right?
and a great blindside.
It was a great blindside, but it played out pretty much the way I thought. You know, that 4 alliance: Peter, Jared, Ziggy, and Tessa.
Yeah,
We're going to be the target.
yeah.
Someone in there, right? But then in Monday night's episode, it starts to flip around. Things start to change. Like we don't see the Annalise, Lockie, Henry alliance.
That's what I wanted to know. It's like Annalise didn't jump across.
I know.
Because that's right. Because Annalise said she wanted to be part of that
That's
numbers.
right.
No. You don't want to be part of the numbers. You want to be part of your tight alliance.
right? But
And
this
that's
is
her
the thing.
big mistake.
Annalise has put herself on the out
Oh,
with
yeah.
Henry and Lockie by not voting with them on the Jared vote.
Yeah, and now put herself at the bottom of the tribe she was never
Exactly.
already on by latching on, trying to stay.
Right.
And Annalise wasn't bad, but
I just thought she made some critical. That's a critical
big,
area.
because I watched that. I'm like, Annalise didn't vote
Yeah.
with her trio.
And I was
Annalise, you know Henry's got an idol. Henry knows you've got an idol. Doesn't that mean if you aren't working together,
yeah,
you're dangerous to each other?
exactly.
You need to work. That's why you got the information
Yeah.
to stay tight with him. So bloody stay tight with him.
And Annalise never said to camera, "I can't work without Henry," or "I can't work with Lockie," or anything. It's just all of a sudden she seemed to be with them.
And I'm
Right.
curious to know what happened. Obviously, we didn't see it, but then
Yeah.
the Monday night episode, they're like, Annalise didn't come with
Come
us.
with
I
us,
can't
yeah.
work. And I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
What the hell
It
happened?
right?
It was
And
a
all it
silly
could have
move.
been was the Jared vote. That's
Yeah.
all it could have
All
been.
it was her taking a misjudge, going, I don't think they
Yeah.
can pull this one
And
through.
then she gets snarky because Lockie's, flipped.
Mhm.
And now he doesn't want Peter and Theo to know it was him that flipped. So he's rightfully sitting there going, well, I voted for... Could have been Annalise or any of you. That's what he said.
Yeah.
It could have been Annalise or any of you who flipped, right? And Annalise has immediately gone, he's throwing me under the bus. I'm
Yeah.
just like, where?
And then all of a sudden we have the Jam as well. And
Oh,
they're doing
the
same
Jam.
thing. It was Annalise. It was
Yeah,
Annalise.
yeah. Well, isn't this interesting though? Nobody actually went out to try and make Annalise the bad guy.
No, it just kind
Like,
of happened.
It just happened, which is
It's just
interesting.
you've done one wrong step, and all of a sudden this has happened to your game. It's
Yeah.
just you've decided to not stay with your people that she
Yeah.
should have stayed with, without a doubt in the world.
Absolutely.
Like that's crazy for not. I don't understand.
I don't
her
understand her
logic.
logic.
For that's just, I guess that's someone not. I guess that's potentially not understanding or just misjudging the Australian game, because we do watch last season, and last season was always about just be with the big massive numbers, be the big clump. But we're evolving, and we evolved really quick.
This is the thing. She's talking about her ties to Summertown, right? Those ties to Summertown voted her out, right? The only people that on Summertown that would even talk to her and work with her, Henry and Lockie.
Okay.
But then she votes with the other crowd,
Yeah, it
and then
was-
she's like,
And now she's
and then she
excluded
stays
herself.
with them. That's the weird part. Then she stays with them instead of going back to the guys and going, "Look, I'm really sorry, I made a mistake." Or
Yeah,
something.
just be like, I panicked.
Who do you
and-
want this week? I made a
Yeah.
mistake. Who do you want this
Yeah.
week? You know, something like
Because then you
this.
just stayed on the air. It was a really
But then she
ultimately her demise.
well, it was because she goes, "Well, Lockie's thrown my name out there," which he didn't really. And then she's like, "Well,
yeah, he was kind of pushing for gun a gun for even with the
no, he wasn't. He just threw her name out with himself when they were talking about the flip,
yeah.
right?" But then she's taken that as he's throwing me under the bus. Then she's like, "Okay, if he's throwing me under the bus, I've got to get him."
Yeah.
And then she went down this "I've got to get him" path.
Yeah, and there's not the path to. We talk about that a lot. You
Yeah.
don't. The revenge path is a
Oh.
road less traveled. really, do not
it
go
should
down.
be less trouble.
Yeah, it should
you know?
be. You should
It's-
not go down that path.
And-
It doesn't end well.
And this is what I meant about.
And that's
you know,
but that'll eventually undo Lockie as well, because Lockie always wants to go.
well, exactly.
He's just got. He's lucky.
Actually,
He's lucky, really.
well, this is he is. He's lucky in the people he's around.
He's
him,
around, yeah.
right? Because, well, we'll get to it, but you know, Annalise goes the revenge path. But look at Luke and Sarah. They
Yeah.
could have gone the revenge path, but it's so much better for them that they
Stay
didn't,
together, and
right?
and and it just shows that that's the silly to take
It
that
is
personal
silly.
approach.
Yeah.
And then we have her go home through, through our super idol.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Even though we're criticising her gameplay, at the end of the day, she played it perfectly.
Mm.
She had all
Yeah.
the votes stacked on one person.
Yeah, 100%.
And she knew all the votes were going to be stacked on. The other votes would be on her, so she's nullified those votes.
Exactly.
So the person she wants goes home.
I'm not. Yeah,
I mean, no, what I
I'm
mean
with
is like-
ya. I'm with you. I don't
It was
criticize her
perfectly
game.
praised,
She
right?
did her way to, you know, what, come at me.
Despite
I'm
flipping.
now, yeah, I've flipped,
Yeah.
but I'm now with this team, and this is how we're going to go.
She's
You can
worked
come
it.
at me,
Yeah.
and I'll use my idol to my advantage. And then we have the super idol.
Look, and to be honest, I kind of sat there when Ziggy was playing it, and I said to myself, "Why are you playing it?"
Just because she wanted. Well, she like, and I
And
don't
it's not
actually
explained
mind.
until the next
I
episode.
don't
which-
actually mind her reasoning because she said. I think she said it on that episode of the next. But she's like,
She said
I
next.
want.
It was a
the-
failing alliance.
No. In that episode, in Monday Night, she also said, "I want Lockie and Henry near me because they're my shields."
Oh, they're their shields.
And that's
But-
not. I don't mind that because we're originally going to look at, and it's just a way we perceive things. The masculine physical threats always seem to have more of a beacon
Of
than the
course.
female physical threats.
Yeah.
And Ziggy is possibly the biggest physical
She is the
threat out
big.
there.
Well, if you have a look at when she won immunity on that endurance test,
Yeah,
right?
those endurance.
She's
she's
going
not
to
gonna do that.
she's going to massacre anybody on an endurance
Yeah,
test.
it's like
right?
Henry's really strong, and he
Yeah.
did really well with the bow balancing the
yeah.
bow, and Henry is a huge physical threat, and Lockie is a massive strength physical threat.
Yes.
But Ziggy as an all rounder is by
Is-
far,
well,
I think, the best.
The problem is, well, Ziggy's main advantage over all the rest is her mental toughness.
Yeah,
She's just going to push through that pain
She'll
barrier because
pants
she's
everyone.
done it so many times
Yeah.
in her life. She knows how to do that.
so I don't actually mind her strategy for keeping the other two around.
no, I
And
do.
Annalise was playing a very clever game.
I object to it only in this level. It's great to keep a shield around, but a shield is always expendable.
Mm.
Like the purpose of a shield is to shield you, but the
You
other
shouldn't save a shield.
you should never save a shield. The shield, once its name comes up, its purpose is done. And playing an idol to save a shield is not a good idea. I don't think.
Yeah, okay.
Right,
Okay,
and
it
that's the
depends.
only criticism I have of that, right?
Okay.
And look, we never. I don't think the nullifies that big an advantage. So I don't think she's lost the major advantage. with it.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't like the element. I still don't like the element of it.
Just play it.
Yeah,
I
just playing it. I still think it does need tweaks. Yeah, great that we tried something. I'm not against
Yeah,
us
I know,
trying
no,
something
no.
at all.
Mm.
But it's just like, don't get me wrong. It was an okay tribal. I have seen far better idol and super idol played tribals. But for us, it was actually we had three really good
Yeah.
tribals. That was the weaker of the three, if we
Yes,
have to. It was
yeah.
the weaker of the three. But you know, it's good
But
to
it
see.
was-
It's good to see that reaction of Annalise
Yeah.
going, "Got it." Ah, shit. And something we didn't see in that moment, which we saw in the recap, was
Yes.
how everyone just kind of laughed. It
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's what that does. I'm screwed. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
you know, you
Yeah,
saw
it's
that.
great.
And the concept of them just enjoying the gameplay was refreshing for me.
Well, it was great. And at the end of that episode, Annalise's one-on-one to camera after she'd been voted off was terrific. She was
Yeah.
great. She was. It was really. It was
Yeah.
great to listen to her.
It's
She
like
had
that's
a great
something
attitude.
you can't beat that. Like, unfortunately, you can't get
Look,
around that.
Here's Annalise who's actually not just used her idol defensively, but tried to be offensive with it. And this is the problem I have with the nullifier. It shut down an offensive play.
Yeah, it shut down a really good play by Annalise.
Exactly, right?
Mm.
And this is why I don't
For
think
what
it's that good.
what Ziggy goes on saying was an amazing play. No, it wasn't really. Playing the
No,
nullifier,
no.
just keep it in your bag. And
It's
you can
like,
play it whenever you want it.
And there
Yeah.
it is, you know? Oh, look,
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
doohickey, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of, so it wasn't an amazing play by Ziggy.
No.
It was. I don't think it was the wrong play. I don't think it was the right play.
It goes back
But-
to the way it's played, doesn't it? If you can just sit there and go, oh, you're playing idol, now I've played nullifier. There's nothing amazing
There's
about
nothing amazing about it, which is why we
If
need
you have to
some sort of.
guess.
Yeah, that's.
it. And you do it right, then that's an
Yeah,
amazing play.
if it's like I really think she's gonna play and play like I said that time, like
Mm.
just stick it in the pot,
Yep.
and then it gets pulled out after.
Look,
it was
I've been
played,
thinking
it was
about
played before.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can think about it. Like I know it comes down to luck as well, but I want to.
It's a large element of luck, but having seen it played now, the way
Yeah.
it played out there, I think I'd rather have that.
Yeah, that's like I can't think of another way just yet, but it's that concept
Yeah.
of you can blow an idol,
Yes.
and you're like, shit, I shouldn't have played it
You-
then, or I played it on the
Actually-
wrong person, or that, and that's an element of luck too. You misread the situation. If you misread someone's going to play the idol, and
Yeah,
no one
that's
does, it's like
true.
this is a super idol has been played,
Yes.
but no one did play an idol. unlucky, like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. But
And then it's hard, but
The-
that's all I can think of. At
the only
moment.
problem with the Super Idol being like that, and this is the only objection I've really got to it, is like I said last time, it's a bit too much luck, but I'll go with it to make it more interesting. The only other problem I've got with that is you only get one Super Idol a game.
Yeah,
You know, but look, the only way to fix it is to make it more thoughtful.
yeah.
The way it is now,
Or,
it's like
or you have to play it more for an individual purpose. Maybe it has to
Something.
be. It has to have a different power.
yes.
That power. I don't hate that power. I really don't hate that power. I just think that
Look,
there's
I
a
don't
better
think-
way to execute it.
I
and
don't
just
hate it, but I don't think it really adds anything.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
yeah. All it adds is the I'm safe tonight.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm not safe. That
Yeah.
sucks. That's
That's
the
right.
only element we're
Right.
getting. But I
I
just
prefer
wouldn't
the
mind-
old Super Idol.
the one you can play after
After
all-
the
after
vote.
votes are
Oh,
read.
that
Like,
is just
yeah. It's
amazing.
like, yeah, sweet. I didn't know I was
Like
going
imagine
home,
if
but I'm not.
Annalise had a Super Idol. Like, you know, okay, you know, 12th person voted out of Survivor. Yeah, Annalise. And Annalise goes, well, actually,
I can play this. I
Yeah.
want to play this. Yeah, I like that one better. It's still a safety net, I guess, where you come down to it. There is no element of luck. To
but
be
it's only
played
one
there.
a game, too.
It's only
That's
one a
it,
game,
you
yeah.
know.
That's about-
So
look,
it's
I
only
don't
going to be
know.
one.
Maybe
Okay.
it's the same thing. It's okay. But look, I wasn't
I'm not
unhappy
unhappy
with
with it, but it's
I'm
could
not.
be
Yeah,
better.
I'm not wrapped about
Yeah,
it.
I'm not wrapped.
Either.
If it, let's
yeah.
put it this way: if they never put it in again, I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, I'd like to see them try something new again.
Oh,
I'd like to
no,
see us keep experimenting.
of
I'm
course.
really enjoying our
But what I mean is, if
experimentation.
they put it in just like it is now, if they never put it in like it is now again, I wouldn't miss it.
And if they did, I would be like, eh. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't be like, oh shit, you put it in again.
Yeah, no.
Like I wouldn't care that you put it in again, but I wouldn't miss it if it
No,
wasn't, or be
exactly.
pissed off that it was.
But anyway, look, so Annalise ends up going home.
Mhm.
But look, she fought really well. She had her numbers stacked up, and really, it's
Yeah, it's a good strategy.
Ziggy, I thought, played her idol somewhat lackadaisically, if
Yeah.
you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
But she's actually flipped to Henry
Yeah,
and Lockie.
exactly. She's flipped to the
Right.
Bouthrough, so it depends on who you want to side with. And that's where I think that's where her idol was like, you know what? I'm actually I'm not flipping. I'm with these three,
Yeah.
and she put herself with those three.
Yes.
And that's okay to play that super idol to go. You know, what, solidify my alliance
Yes.
with these guys. I'm moving with
Yeah.
these guys. I'm no longer moving with.
And I think here's the good thing about all this is Tessa, right, was like, oh, you know, Ziggy flipped, right, but she never actually took it personally. She was just like,
Yeah,
the
she's
person I had a lot of trust in has flipped, right? But even though people are changing their alliances and working with different people here, nobody's getting that stigmata of like, you're a flipper.
Yeah,
I can't work with, you know what I mean? It just seems to be,
it's good gameplay, good
That's what
sport.
I mean.
There's good sportsmanship.
everybody understands that people are trying to get ahead in the game and nobody's holding it against people if they do move to somebody else, you know,
Yeah.
which is great.
Mhm.
I think it's a really mature level of play.
Yeah, I love it. I do appreciate where we've been.
Well,
at.
it keeps possibilities open.
Yeah,
Whereas, you know, if you do the whole, oh, you flipped, I hate you now, it closes off so many possibilities.
Yeah.
You know? So then we move to
last night,
last night.
which is another great episode.
Oh, fantastic episode.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
brilliant. Like it's three back to backs that I really
And look,
loved.
You know, I've said previously that a lot of times after merge, you get the floaters voted off.
You get a couple of
yeah,
lulls. You get a couple of
You'll get one or two votes of like, well, we don't really want to go each other just yet, so we'll vote the people who are in the middle. You know,
yeah,
who
you
haven't
can.
really
Yeah,
gone
you
to
can
do the
get
camp.
this. You can get how we got it tonight. I think we have when the first concept of the voting blocks came into play. It was a bit like this.
Yeah.
But you can also get the people who you can get the. I guess because maybe there's less people like your Odettes and people who are
Yeah.
just sitting there
Oh,
floating.
well, that's-
Everyone's got like that's everyone that we've got now, apart from and I'm gonna say it, apart from maybe Tara, everyone's really putting in.
Oh no, look, I think there's
Maybe
still
Pete,
two floaters.
maybe Pete.
Tara and Pete are still floaters.
That-
Well, not floaters, but sorry, they're not game players.
They're not as strong. Whereas like Pete's all Tess has left,
Yes.
but Tara isn't really doing too much. Michelle.
No. Tara, no, Michelle's working. Like,
Yeah.
Michelle, let's face it, Michelle was going to. I thought Michelle would go straight back to.
And spill the beans.
Well, yeah, Luke and Jericho, but she didn't.
Yeah.
She stayed with them. Now she's
Yeah.
flipped out, and now she's gone back, right?
Yeah.
So she's working. The only people that I think are not really up to the standards is Pete and Tara.
Oh, and maybe Lockie.
And, well, I'm
Yes
glad.
and no.
We'll talk about Lockie in this third episode because I think something we saw 2 episodes ago on Sunday night when we saw Lockie vote for Jared. He wanted to get rid of Jared. He wanted to get rid of with Luke, I think it was.
Yeah.
Because he threw his name out. So
Yeah.
he was after somebody. But something I saw then, which I thought, wow, Lockie's really paranoid, and he doesn't seem to have any control over.
Oh, he's very.
In this episode, Lockie is a man that cannot deal with his own paranoia.
No.
He can't think once paranoia sets
And
in.
he's also a man who can't really handle not being the alpha male.
Well, I don't know about that, but I just know that, and Tessa picked up on it, right? If you and this is why Tessa's
Played a great
Playing a
blindside,
great-
brilliant blindside that
a
was on
great
Tessa's
game.
part.
She's picked up that Lockie's got this paranoia that's
Yeah.
uncontrollable. All you have to do is mention that he is the target,
Yeah,
right?
of course I'm going for you. And
Right.
she told you she's going for me.
She, and he's just, that's all he can think about.
Mm.
They're going for me, right? Tessa's picked up on this, that if you can get Lockie's paranoia working up, you've got control of Lockie.
Yeah.
You have control of Lockie, and that's the funny thing. Even though he's in this alliance with Henry, during that episode, Tessa had control of Lockie.
Yeah.
Henry didn't. You know what I mean? It was all Tessa's doing. Like, Lockie, I'm coming. Well, I could hold a grudge, or maybe I could work with you. That's what she
Yeah.
said on the beach. It was
Yeah,
like,
it
oh
was-
no, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, Tessa played that really, really well, and I thought that's how a blindside needs to be. I mean, I remember early on this season where Tara was like, blindside!
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that wasn't a
no,
blindside.
that wasn't a
They knew they
blindside.
were going home. A
Exactly.
blindside is not when you vote someone out.
No,
it's
no.
when you vote someone out and they had no idea what was
idea.
coming.
Or
Last night was the biggest blindside.
the classic is, of course, you vote out the person who thinks they're calling the shots,
Yeah.
which is what happened last night.
Yeah,
You know.
that's generally where the major blindside
Exactly.
When the person who is in control gets done,
Yes.
that's why last night
That
was
was
that was the
big
biggest blindside
blindside.
that we've seen, and it's a huge blindside in the scale of all survivors.
And Lockie was the key to Henry going home.
100%.
100%.
Because
right?
Lockie thought it was him.
Yeah, because Lockie was convincing everybody around him, it's me.
Yeah,
Right.
because I know it is, and she's coming for me. And here's the thing, he's almost like, you're going to play the idol for me, yeah?
The other thing I think, look, we have to give some credit here too to Michelle and Luke, right? They've come back from the island, and both Luke and Michelle have played it right.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't changed,
No, we
right?
say
It wasn't
never
like they came back
change.
and went, no, nothing happened on the island,
Yeah, we had some pasta, or we had some
Yeah.
pizza, we had some wine.
And look at the little Luke, he's talking about all the food he had.
Yeah,
Right? He's not talking. He said, "Oh yeah, they tried to sort of sage you,
Yeah.
but then I had pizza."
yeah.
He's
It's like, of course they tried. I
Yeah.
just wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention because
That
it's
was
pizza.
pizza.
And that's in Luke's.
absolutely.
It's his character.
That's
That's
his
how
character.
he has
Right.
been for.
And
30
Henry
days.
didn't bat an eyelid.
Nah.
AK may have
Yeah.
sat there and gone, "Yeah, I don't think he's telling me the
It's
truth."
sus, but
right?
like you said, AK would always think that.
right? But
Whereas
Henry was
Henry-
like, "Yeah,
So comfortable up the top that he didn't even question that
not
someone
at
would
all."
come from him.
Right? Didn't even question Michelle.
No,
Right?
no one.
Nothing.
No, he questioned no one. And then when Jericho found out, Jericho's like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Well, how's this though? Like these three go off to the island, so they're completely separate from the group, and
But
they've decided Henry.
Sarah's also
And
doing it with Jericho.
That's what I mean. Sarah and Jericho are back on the island. They've decided independently.
Have they decided independently, or has Tess taken something to Sarah?
I don't think so. I think it was just they realised, or if they didn't realise before, they have now, or they knew, but now they've decided this is Henry's time.
Okay, because
Or-
I'm trying to work out who initiated. Because in my mind, I feel Tessa is the instigator, or that Tessa is the one that can
Oh.
claim that scalp.
No,
Scalp.
I agree with you 100%.
Got it right.
Despite everything that happened, Tess is the architect of Henry.
Yeah,
going.
and I believe that
Right.
too. I'm like, Tessa
Yeah.
architected
'Cause
that whole thing.
Jericho and Sarah by themselves didn't actually do anything to actually get the others on board to do
Yeah.
it, right? Tessa's gone to Luke and Michelle to organise them, and then when they've come back, they've run into the happenstance that Sarah and Jericho are on the same page,
Yeah.
right? So that's made it really,
Yeah.
that's made her play happen,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, Tessa definitely gets a claim.
Yeah,
at
I
Henry,
reckon that's hers. That
even
is
though
hers.
you'll see.
Yeah, and it's like everyone's like, I did it.
Yeah.
No, I
Sarah-
did it.
Yeah,
no,
Sarah
I'm
and
the
Jericho
king. I'm the queen.
and Luke are all claiming
I'm
Henry,
like,
but it's not
it's
Tessa.
no, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Tessa
No,
had that one. That's her. That's hers.
Well,
not
let's
from
put it this
adults.
way. I'm pretty sure that the jury,
Mhm.
Jared and Annalise, they saw what happened, right?
Before that,
Yeah.
I just want to mention
Yeah.
every guy's reaction to Annalise when she rocked up.
Oh, I know.
All dolled up in
All
a
dolled
mini
up,
skirt,
yeah,
and all the
yeah.
guys like,
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
what happened?
Well, it's-
We shouldn't have voted you out.
I
How
think-
funny was that reaction?
I think it's the correct reaction. Anyway.
And then we get Lockie, something that we must have missed, but Lockie has sensed that, oh god, this is not going our way, and he's like, you got to play it, you got to play it.
No, but here's the question I've got for you, and this is what I thought at the time.
I
right?
thought the same thing that you're about to ask.
Yeah. Lockie wasn't telling him to play it for him.
I think he was.
No, Lockie was telling him to play it for Lockie.
That's what I thought too initially, but then he said I told him to play it.
Yeah, no, that's Lockie's internal thing. I was saying I was right.
I was right. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we're not. I was the same sort of
Yeah.
thing, but at the same, like, because I would have.
Lockie's
I was-
paranoia is such that
Yes, it's like we don't see everything, and I'm like, oh, Lockie's freaking out and needs it for him, and
Yeah.
that's what I thought. But then when he said, I told him to play it, I thought maybe he actually picked up on something that we weren't privy
No.
to, which is possible. But yeah, when I watched it, I thought the same
they
thing.
played it so well.
And what I loved is, like, I would have loved it either way, but I was
Let's
really
do this.
hoping that he never would because it's Henry. But Henry plays it for Lockie,
Oh,
and he
that's-
went home. That would have just topped this one just
When
a
I-
fraction.
when-
Because that would have been absolutely masterclass by Tess and everyone to puppeteer those
Oh,
two into thinking this is what's happening.
That's what I first thought. As soon as as soon as we got the tribal saying, I thought the best outcome here, the most exciting outcome would be Lockie plays the idol for Henry plays it for Lockie, and Henry gets votes.
Oh, brilliant!
It would have been
great.
Brilliant. I mean, the
Second best we
is
have.
he goes home.
He goes home with an idol in his
His
pocket. He's
pocket.
the first one in our
Yeah.
season to cop that loss, to be too
Yeah.
arrogant to realise it's coming
Mhm.
for him and be done with an
Yeah.
idol in his pocket.
Yeah.
Which is great. And he even said that. And I loved
Yeah.
his reaction. I loved how
Oh.
much he enjoyed it. He's like, he got hacked.
You know, even when he was leaving the tribe, he wasn't like,
Yeah.
He was like, wow,
And this
he was
is
just loving it.
That's what, and everyone should be. This is what Survivor's about, and this is
Absolutely.
what's enjoyable about it. And I'm hoping everyone like us
Yeah.
was so bloody excited to see some exciting play.
exciting players, and also players that weren't taking it personally.
Personally,
Okay,
and it's
this
a
is a
game.
great game. I've just been done, but what a way to be done.
What a way to go out!
Yeah.
And it was absolutely masterclass.
But this crop of plays is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Even for an American season, they had this level of play in so many
And
players.
so many players are playing.
It's not
so
like
many-
2 or 3. It's like there's 6 or 7 or 8
And
of
it's
them.
like,
that
look,
are playing this level.
I think we've just got to. I think did they say it was day 39 that he got out? Of?
Yes.
So yeah, it started at 30, finished on day 39 on Monday.
Yeah.
So we have gone a full season of American Survivor
Yeah, exactly.
now.
Yeah.
So the players who kind of have some sort of Survivor knowledge, I guess this is the upside that we have for such a long season. By day 39, you know what's going on.
Yes.
And most times, by day 39, there's only 3 people left.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you've still got, you're playing the game basically from scratch with now knowing. You've had the two tribe style
Yes.
is basically a warm up and actually getting to know how to play. And now we're in this last chunk. And don't get me wrong, we had some people playing, they were working,
Yeah.
and we had a lot of people not playing. But now we're here, we're this far in. More people have had that much experience and practice at what
Yeah,
we're
they've had
doing,
time to adapt.
and they're there
Yeah.
and they know how to play the game. Like this is how they should just start day one.
Mm.
Come an all-star season. If we get there, if we get anyone
Yeah.
from season 1 versus anyone from season 2, those
They
season
will
1
kill 'em.
people will be eaten alive.
Yeah, they will. They will. They're simply not in the same.
Yeah.
They're not in the same postcode when it comes
This
to
is
capability.
yeah. These
Alright.
this 10 that we've got left. I think we've got 8 now, maybe or 7.
No.
How many's left? Or 9.
10. Yeah,
10.
10.
They are, like I said, 90% of them are really strategizing
Sorry,
and
9.
really strategizing and playing some great Survivor, and hopefully
Well, like-
this continues.
We've pointed out the only people that don't seem to be that capable seems to be Peter and Tara. Everybody else is capable.
Yeah.
Right? I think the other thing to say is like,
Oh look, part of me thinks like I just don't think we've had enough from Peter just yet. Like surely, I think with him,
but he hasn't displayed
he hasn't
anything.
displayed enough. I agree, but
He seems to go to everybody else and go, well, what are we doing?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, I
so-
suppose.
And that's somebody who's guideless, who's rudderless,
Yeah.
And that's what you don't want to see at this particular stage of
Yeah.
the game. And like you said, we've had a long time to adapt. So if they've got anything,
They're going
you
now.
should be
and
seeing it now.
Yeah,
right?
and like I mean, I'm excited. I'm
If this
so
was week
excited.
1, I think the other difference between the other reason we're seeing such a level of play is this: there hasn't the producers haven't been interfering as much with the play.
I know. When was our last twist? Was our last twist
Our last twist was the two
the
swapping.
switching over,
Right,
which was
which I
really
don't-
bad. It was a really
I
bad
don't think
twist
we
to
did.
make the tribe so uneven.
Oh no, then there was the one. The
Yeah,
mutiny.
the one, the mutiny.
Which
The
was
mutiny
nothing.
which was Pete, which was
Nothing.
kept him in the game.
Right.
But yeah, but we haven't had a twist for 2 weeks now.
I think this season has proved that the producers
whatever.
don't need to do these things.
I hope they get that.
And the level of play we're seeing, I think, is simply because the producers have left them alone to play the game, and now you've got mature players
Yeah.
who are capable of doing all these great
It's like
moves.
the moves come there from the players,
Yeah,
not from the twist you're
exactly.
throwing in. And I'm hoping we're learning because this is exciting. This is Survivor. This is what has kept
Well-
American going for so long. It's just so amazing to watch the gameplay. It's so amazing to watch the manipulation. I did panic a little bit when Tessa was like hearing all the stuff at Tribal and spoke up. Just sit back and play it cool.
Oh, but she spoke up the right way.
Yeah, but she did. I thought
Because she was like, I have to look like I'm fighting here.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm like, the
But she
way
didn't do it like the first time she did it. Like,
Yes.
she didn't go in as long. She just did her piece
yeah,
and
she
shut up.
knew. Yeah, and I think
Right.
the way they manipulated Henry to think he
Oh,
was
that
still
was
in control. That's what I love about this game.
Yeah.
When it comes down to that,
And look,
that
everybody
manipulation.
Everybody knew
Oh.
beforehand. They were like, he's got an idol. The only way this is going to work
Is
if he doesn't know. It's got to be a blindside. Absolutely 100%.
But the funny thing is, that's how you get rid of players anyway.
I know,
They don't
that's
need
right.
to know.
They don't need to know.
It's on a need-to-know basis whether you're staying
Well,
or going.
One of the funniest things I think I've ever seen in Survivor was, Kelly Wentworth. She actually was going to be voted by the whole tribe, right? And she said to them, "You're going to vote me, aren't you?" And they've all gone, "Yes."
Yeah.
She didn't need to know.
No, yeah.
But they gave her a piece of information which allowed her to use an idol
Exactly.
and get out who she wanted.
It's
right?
it's silly to even to open up like that. It's
Yeah.
so easy to just be like, I know there's a lot of people all your ducks need to line up. Not one like every single person had to just play cool. But if
They had to act normal.
had to act normal, had
And
to be
then-
on his side,
Exactly.
whether it helped that they were stuck under in the rain for so long meant less scrambling and less Henry going, why are those two talking? If that was an option, maybe that helped. But God, if they are playing at that level where you have no idea what
That is
anyone is
fantastic.
saying,
That
that is
fantastic.
exciting.
Yeah, that
When you
is.
really can only trust no one.
Well, well, look at Ziggy. Classic example, right? Rock solid with Tessa, Jared, and that. Then, boom,
Gone.
gone, just like
Just
that.
Win,
Bang.
taking the better offer.
Yeah, taking a better offer. And,
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Nobody's attaching a stigma to her for it. Nobody is sitting there and going, "Oh, you're a bad person."
Yeah, all it is like, shit, we've lost
Yeah.
someone in our alliance.
Yeah.
We're now lacking numbers and we need
What do
some
we need to do
Yeah.
to get back into the mix? This is what they're thinking. What do we need to do? Not about how can we get them.
Yeah.
Lockie's
yeah.
the only one which
Yeah.
you can turn
Turn
that on.
that. Yeah, and everyone else is, what do we do to keep in the
Yeah,
game?
what do we do?
Where's the crack? Where do we
Yeah.
put ourselves? Where do we position ourselves? And even the concept of Tess going, we want to stay here. You want to work with us?
Yeah.
Me and Pete want to stay.
Yeah.
Who do you want to go?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the bigger threat?
Yeah.
Tara, Luke, whoever. You come
Yeah.
back and talk to us.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. Yes, let's play like that. Let's play with this deception. Let's play with the
Yep.
you have your buddy. You have your trio. You work together and then you work with other people's
Yeah,
little
that's it.
individual groups to your own advantage.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's great.
God,
Look,
am
I
I
think
happy.
this season's going to be at the end, I think I'm going to be extremely happy.
let's hope we
I
haven't
am
peaked too
extremely-
soon.
Ah, well.
I mean, what happens that? It was all downhill, but that was a
I
good
don't think
thing.
so. The fluidity, that's what's impressing me, is the ability for people to not close any doors,
Yeah,
to simply say, I just need to work with whoever I need to work with to get one more day.
yeah.
And that's fantastic.
Oh,
you know.
God, that was exciting. But to wrap that up,
Yeah.
my final three has still got 2 people left. Your final three has still got 2 people left.
People left.
2 of our swingers our people that we thought could get in there. Like, I didn't want Jared to get in there, but I would have liked Henry to get in.
Mm.
They've both been taken out.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking a Jericho. I'm really thinking he's
Yeah,
gonna
look,
be
Jerry's
strong.
looking pretty good, actually. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I still think he's. Oh, and I also, before I get back onto that, I really loved Luke's little. I'm voting for Pete.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I'm
So
a real
funny.
boy.
So funny.
I know, I cracked up.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
funny. But so I'm thinking Jericho. I'm gonna adjust my final three now.
Oh, you're going to adjust.
Well, I'm missing one.
Yeah, I suppose.
I have to throw another one in.
Yeah, okay.
But I really want to throw Tara out of it. I
Tara,
dislike her
I
game
don't
plan.
see. Well,
She's a goat.
the problem is there is no gameplay.
She's a goat, and
Look, given the caliber of everybody's left, right? There are, I think, 3 people who stand out as not making final 3. These are the 3 who aren't going to make it, right? Lockie.
Yep.
It's simply not that level of paranoia. Can't survive that.
No,
long.
I can't survive
Right.
another 20 days.
Tara.
Or 15, 14,
Yeah,
16 days.
Tara. Can't. I don't think she can make it. She
No, I
just hasn't
think
got the
she'll be
gameplay.
taken along. I don't
Oh,
want to.
no.
I'm taking her out of my final 3 because I'm readjusting today. But
Yeah.
I think people will take her along.
No,
She
you're
just
quite
drifts
right. You got
by.
to take a go if you can, right? And Peter, I just don't see the level of gameplay.
Yeah.
When I say make final 3, that's what I'm really talking about is playing your way in the final 3.
Yeah, okay,
you know?
yeah, because that's a different thing.
That's
like,
a different thing
you
to
take,
being a goat
'cause
taken to
Tara
final
will be taken, unfortunately. I feel like she still will be. But which we did talk about when we wrapped last
Yeah,
week,
yeah.
that if it did, that Odette on the betting thing was a red herring because Tara
Well,
and
Tara
Jerry
and Jerry
are
still
we're both
there.
at $5.
Yeah, well, they're still there.
So we'll see. But
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that aside just
Yeah.
because I'm so excited and everything else. So I'm taking Tara out.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep Jerry because he's a sly little devil, isn't he?
Oh, I love about
He's-
he's mischief.
he's-
He's mischief.
yeah.
He's great.
Love it. I'm going to put in Tess. I know she.
Yeah, look, Tess is looking good.
I really like
I
Tess.
like the
I know
Tess.
she's at
I
the
like the
bottom,
gameplay,
but
yeah.
you know, I do like what she's doing.
Look, she seems to be able to. The great thing about Tess is she seems to be able to pull it out when she needs it.
Mm.
She's done it repeatedly.
Yeah.
You know, that's a track record that. Well,
Yes.
you can't argue until it fails.
And for my third, look, I think Sarah's playing a wonderful game
I think.
as
Look,
far as social and manipulative wise. I think she's very clever.
I think Sarah's really the dark horse here.
Yeah.
She's.
But I'm going to put in Ziggy because I do love it.
Oh, look, Ziggy's. This is the other great thing is like until now I wasn't quite sure about Ziggy because you know she just like Tess, she floated along in that AK alliance, right?
Yeah.
Or seemed to.
Yeah.
But now she's out there going, no, this is better for me. I'm going to flip
Yeah.
and I'm going to do this.
She's
and I'm
still
gonna do
the only
that.
one
So-
with an idol now left, but they know, most people know about it, I think. Or well,
No,
nobody knows
no.
about it.
Well, this is a great
Lockie,
thing.
yeah.
She can actually cover her tracks here because she can say that was the item.
Yeah, I had to use it one or the other.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, that was a super
Yeah,
idol.
exactly,
Could be
that
used
was
in
a-
this way. Whether she
Yeah.
will or not, don't know.
Oh well, if she's smart, she will.
She would, yeah.
Because
easy,
that way
just
it
like-
looks like all the idols are
Yeah,
gone.
so that was my
Yeah.
super idol, guys. I had
Yeah.
I had 2 uses and I had to pick which one.
Which one?
And I was allowed to pick whenever I wanted.
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Perfect, and you cover it. So I do. So it's going to be Jericho, Tessa, and Zig as my final 3, which I would love. Sarah is a dark horse, and I
Look-
do really like that.
Well, look, on the other side, I'd like to say
I kind
one
of like
thing that
Luke to get there as well.
I'd love Luke to get
I
there.
love Luke
but
to get there, but I
this
don't think
is. I'm glad you've picked the name Luke because this is my other problem. In this episode, we saw the confidence of Luke again, but I'm the king.
but he's not.
He's not.
He's not
but
in control.
If that's really what he's starting to believe that he is very close to going home.
But the difference between Luke and Henry is Henry was in control.
Yes.
Luke
isn't.
isn't. So
That's
you can
right.
think you're in control, and I mean we've had that before. Coach,
Yes.
coach is a
Yeah,
prime example.
exactly, right?
It's like, yeah, I know exactly what everyone's doing.
Exactly.
But no, you have no
No idea what's going
You know,
on.
like he has an idea of what's going. It's not that
Yeah.
extreme. It's not a
No,
coach
no, but-
or
yeah, yeah.
a Philip
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
style.
yeah.
But it is like, no, you didn't orchestrate that.
Exactly.
Vote. You're part of people knowing about it, but it's not your island, and you can't. You can no longer go. They want to get rid
Yeah.
of Henry, but we get rid of Henry on my terms. It
Yeah.
wasn't your terms. It was Tessa's terms all from the very
Exactly.
beginning.
Absolutely.
So let's just take a step back.
Yeah.
So I don't think that affects him because he's not in control. If he was in
Yes.
control,
He did.
like he was in control when it was a group.
Yeah.
He like said, if he kept that
I'm not
confidence,
sure he was in control. Even when it was-
who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But anyway, his confidence will end up being his downfall, I think. But anyway, aside from that, look, I think I really can't argue with your 3.
Okay.
The problem is, like, the only one I would pick maybe, I agree with Tessa, I agree
Yeah.
with Jericho. The only one maybe I would slot in there instead of Z, and I would really like to see Z, and Z is actually, in my mind, is the 3rd spot, right?
Yeah.
The only one that comes into contention, I think, is Sarah.
Yeah.
for the Ziggy spot. But Tessa and Jericho, yeah, I can see those two there.
Yeah,
for sure.
It'd be great to see. I think I think there's some. I don't know. Like I'd love. Tessa is a massive underdog
often
with
the
no
ma-
one.
the
But
ma-
yeah.
yeah. The great thing is for Tessa, she's been a massive underdog before. It's not new to her,
No, she's in. The
and she
zone.
knows how to play it now.
Yeah,
And
she's
she's playing it well.
So like I'd like to see her keep going, but I don't want it to see it to be just because she's got a win immunity. I think there are other targets.
Oh
there.
no! Look, one of
The only problem we have is Lockie going revenge tactic.
the thing is, Lockie's paranoia is going to be great for other people, but as soon as you're on the end of it and you realise if you think you can't control Lockie's paranoia, that's when you'll get rid of him.
Yeah.
At the last episode, it was clear Tessa had control of his paranoia,
Yeah.
and therefore Lockie, right? As soon as somebody thinks he's too uncontrollable, it'll be so easy to vote.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
easy.
we'll
He's
see.
the big physical threat. They can point to how irrational he is
Yeah.
and how hard it is to play with him. It'll be an easy
We'll
one.
see.
Yeah.
So does that wrap us up?
Yeah, pretty much.
You've got a very similar final three. You might
yeah.
be throwing. There's so many. It's a
That's
really
the
good.
great thing
It's a great
about
crop. Hey, it's a great
Great
crop
crop.
to choose from.
And if my final three was completely wrong, and like Luke and a couple of the others made in there, I wouldn't be unhappy.
Yeah, and like I said,
Yeah.
I'd be slightly disappointed for Tara, but she's
Oh,
a
if
goat.
Tara
She's an
makes
easy
it or
goat.
Peter, I'd be like,
Yeah. It's an easy goat to get in there, and you need that. But I'd love to never have a goat. I'd love to have some game players all the way to the
Well,
very end.
Unfortunately, you generally do tend to get one.
You're going to
goat
get one,
in the
so it's
three.
going to be Tara or Peter,
Yeah.
most likely. But
Probably.
let's fingers crossed it's none of them.
Exactly.
Next week, let's.
Is it 3 episodes next week? or
Oh,
two?
well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm hoping it's 3 because I bloody loved it. Wait, when does American start?
On the 27th.
Next week.
Yeah, next
Shit.
week.
So next week we're gonna have. Oh God.
Yeah. If it's 3 episodes and then the Americans.
So that's okay. So we'll have our Australian recap
Yes.
coming out on the Thursday,
Yep.
and then we will be filming our American episode 1 recap on the Friday,
Yep.
and hopefully Saturday trying to get it
Yeah.
up online.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a bit of a crossover for the next couple of weeks as we
It's gonna be
have
massive.
the merge of the transition of 2 survivors.
Well, actually, just quickly, how many weeks of Australian Survivor do we have left?
Well, there'd be only 3. What? It's day 39? No. So it's 55 days. So we've got 16 days left. 3 episodes a day.
5?
Yeah, maybe 5 episodes. So 2
Nice.
weeks. So we've got 2 weeks left of Australian Survivor.
Yeah, if they do. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So we'll have 2 weeks where you get us twice.
Twice.
And then we'll be into the American season.
Yeah.
And then we do say we are going to do things, but we never do. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But we're still a little while
Yeah.
away. Wait, who do you think's going home Sunday?
Oh, yeah, of course. Look, this is a tough.
Ah.
It's so tough to pick now
I know.
because it's so fluid.
It's
you
so
know?
awesome.
Oh, I'm gonna pick Lockie.
Okay, I'm going to pick, and I know this is silly, I'm picking Tess, even though she's in my final 3. It's ridiculous. I've got her in my final 3, but I'm picking her.
Well, I was
Because
gonna.
I think she's such a good player. And
Yeah.
if you're not smart enough to see this already,
Yeah.
she's a threat.
Well, actually-
she's been on the bottom, she's back on the bottom, and she is a fighter.
I was going to pick Ziggy. The only reason I did was because I put in my final 3, right? But I actually think Ziggy's going to have a big mark on her next week.
Okay. Look, I don't want her to go. I don't want Ziggy. I don't want Tess to go. But I think I'm putting Tess out there, even though she's in my final 3.
I'm going to stick with Lockie simply because I think his paranoia is going to
Okay.
end up putting him on the offside somewhere.
Cool. Tell us who you think's going
Yeah,
home
please.
next week. Tell us what you thought of those 3 episodes.
Yep, and what we're going to give a buff away for.
Oh, we're chucking a buff away.
Yeah, might as well. I mean,
Oh, it was exciting.
Yeah.
Just whoever wants one.
yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, if you want a buff,
If you want a
comment.
buff, just like a
give
comment
us a
saying,
buff
I want a buff.
and send us an email. I haven't checked our email in a few
Oh, yeah,
weeks.
same here.
If
yeah.
you have sent us an email and we haven't sent you a buff, comment and be like, "Hey guys,
Yeah.
where's our buffs? You
Where's
bloody
our
idiots?"
buffs? Come on. That'd be great.
And we'll send it to
Yeah.
you. Other than that,
We're
God, I
done.
hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Oh, look, it was terrific.
Thanks for watching. Again, if I haven't said it already, subscribe, like, comment. We love to chat.
Dislike even?
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
If you don't like us,
Yeah.
dislike us, and comment and tell us why you don't like
Yeah,
us.
please.
Why
yeah.
not? We'll try and
Yeah.
get better.
That's
If it's
right.
like we're sick of seeing that little
Exactly.
green person get a logo,
Yeah.
we're working on it.
We're
Well, we're
working.
not. It's in our minds. We would really like it one day. If someone wants to make us a logo,
Oh,
that would be awesome.
that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
You know what?
Yeah.
Make us a logo. You'll get 10 buffs.
Yeah, we'll give you 10 bucks.
We'll send you 10 buffs.
That's right.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm Robin.
I'm Jack.
We're the
We're the
Inuits,
Inuits.
and we'll see you next week.
Take care.